11 a.m. in Trinidad and Tobago. This is the Now Morning Show, and of course, Mother's Day is happening this weekend, and we are talking about motivational moms. And we have with us in studio this morning, Rhona Jack. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to the Now Morning Show. How are you doing this morning?
I'm all right. It's a pleasure to be here today.
It's a pleasure to have you, because I remember we have spoken before, but to be able to speak in person and actually see what we have in front of us, it is so exciting. So you're an inventor.
Yes, I am.
Share a little bit about that with us, if you don't mind.
Well, I invented the sewing ruler 16 years ago because there was a need for the long sewing rulers when transporting them was a problem.
Yes.
So I decided to invent the Udazzle fashion ruler.
And you invented this while being a seamstress and a mother as well, correct?
Yes.
So what was it like managing, I mean, you're self-employed, running your own business, you're running a family as well, and you're inventing at the same time?
Well, when I invented the sewing ruler, at the same time, I made a premature baby.
Oh, wow.
So I had lots of challenges because I did not have the finances. So I put it in a drawer for 9 years until I heard about the Prime Minister's invention competition, and I entered it and won special prize.
Congratulations. Well, I know we have a lot of congratulations in order for you, because this invention is not just here in Trinidad and Tobago. It has taken the world by storm. And we have it in studio. But before we show everybody this invention, the Udazzle fashion ruler, let's talk a bit about the journey of motherhood and being an inventor at the same time, and being a female inventor as well, and what the challenges were like.
All right, some of the challenges were that I love sewing, but when I saw that there are less women, there are only 7% of inventors are women.
Yes.
Based on my research, I decided that I have to bring it to fruition. So I did not have the finances, but when the Prime Minister's invention competition rolled along, I decided I have another avenue. I got another chance, and Kariri came along, and I started working with Kariri, and Kariri is the one found the person I licensed my invention to in Denmark. Kariri found Mr. Shuvgan Garden and Associates, and then he did not want to manufacture it, but he wanted was just to distribute it for me to get the distribution rights.
Okay.
And I did not have the money to manufacture it. So that was another challenge. But my real joy was to license it to a company and let them do the hard work for me to continue to invent.
I mean, to be fair, you did the hard work by creating this instrument, to say the least, and being a mother at the same time. You know, many times people say, mothers in particular say, they get their motivation from their children. Would you say in creating the Udazzle that you got that motivation from your children?
Yes, I did. I believe that a parent's supposed to leave a legacy for the children, and I saw that I wanted to leave a legacy for my children. And when the more I researched, I actually one time hardly was even sewing, because I wanted to just dive into it, to know more about invention and innovation, learn more about intellectual property rights. That's why right now I'm partnering with intellectual property rights to go into schools. I've already started to motivate young people that we can do it in Trinidad and Tobago.
Yes. Okay, fantastic. So you are making moves and inspiring young women as well. Now, I know also one of the things we spoke of before we came into this interview was the fact that you are only one of 3 women when it comes to invention in 2018. Is that correct?
No, there are only 7% of inventors that are women.
Wow.
Right? And beside that, I was one out of 10 women from around the world that was featured in World Intellectual Property Day, celebrating women in invention and innovation.
And of course, we are celebrating you here in Trinidad and Tobago. Fantastic collaboration with the Intellectual Property Office, going out and inspiring young women, and let's be frank, young men as well, to invent something. So let's take a look at this. So, oh my goodness, this is so exciting, because you didn't just design the ruler or invent the ruler, you also designed this.
Yes, because I worked alongside with the company in Denmark, so everything was authorized by me. The case, the material, everything, the printing, what color it's supposed to be in, everything was organized through me and the company in Denmark. So I had also liaison with him all the time, 3 o'clock in the morning. We was going ahead doing this thing together. And this is what it looks like.
I love it. I really love it. Let's, woo, and there's a calculator too. Can we have a moment for the calculator that is actually
Yes, it's
on?
working. It's on.
The calculator is solar powered, correct?
Yes, solar power.
Wonderful.
So, the ones for Trinidad and Tobago and the Caribbean,
Yes.
it's metric and imperial. And the one that is for Europe
Yeah.
is totally metric.
Ah, and
So,
so
if you
I know
want
this is
to-
the armhole curve is there.
Yeah, this
Now,
is the L shape,
okay,
and this is two hip curve, and this is the armhole curve.
okay.
The middle hip curve, I must give recognition to Mr. Andrew Ramroop.
Okay.
Mr. Andrew Ramroop encouraged me to put in another hip line because we have different shape. Some people hips are small and some people hips are large.
Correct.
So this is how we end up with the other one.
Okay, nice. Now, Rhona, we can buy this in Trinidad, correct?
Yes, you can buy it at factories. You can buy it at Abraham's store in Tobago and Parker's. And I also have some to sell.
So, Rhona, I'm interested. I have to ask this question. When you first decided to go to the drawing board and invent this, what materials did you use?
I had it in Bristol board for 9 years. And eventually, when I entered the Prime Minister's invention competition, it was in board. I used plyboard, and I got some sticky numbers and stick it all to the ruler. And I also, well, I ordered a calculator and take out the space and put the calculator in.
So, as a mother, what was it like to be able to go and show this invention? And I assume, obviously, have the support of your children.
Oh, my children taught me how to persevere.
Yes.
Because I'm dyslexic.
Yes.
And I could not use the computer. I only knew how to turn it on and turn it off. And they was just pushing me. Mommy, you got to do this. Mommy, you got to persevere. Mommy, you got to make it. And, many days I cried. I literally cried. I want to be honest, I cried. But because I know that they wanted me to succeed and I wanted to succeed, I persevered.
And perseverance is key. Now, also, another thing of being a mother, obviously it's something monumental and life-changing. And this is something that is changing lives, especially, of course, if you are a seamstress, even if you just sew, on the side as a hobby, this makes a massive difference to your craft. Now, one of the questions I would love to ask you, and I know a lot of mothers would like to know as well, is, are there any tips that you can share with mothers who are interested in perhaps branching out of the norm and are interested in perhaps inventing something or making something a bit different with their life?
I am going to say to you, believe in yourself. That's the goal. No matter if your children or your husband or whoever doesn't support you, you have to believe in yourself. There are times that you're going to be down. Cry your tears, wipe your tears, and then go again. And that's what I had us to do. Yeah, because it took 7 years to bring it to this. And it was 7 years of tears, of heartache, filing different patents. Many times don't have the money, borrowing money. I went down to one shoe fighting this journey.
Wow.
Many days I tell myself, I say, I can't give up. Because I know how important it is that women keep fighting to get ahead and to move forward, especially as a mother and an entrepreneur. You don't have a steady income coming in all the time. And I had to split my time between researching and trying to get this to market and so at the same time.
I was just about to say, mother. I remember one of the things that we spoke of before we came on was the fact that you had to actually make that choice between working on your invention and actually doing your job.
Yes.
And how challenging that must have been as well when it came to just daily life at home with your children to provide as well.
Right, because I believe in family life.
Yes.
So I was concerned that I would take care of my husband and my children, but at the same time, I wanted this to come forth. So what I did, I gave up a lot of things that I would have buy for myself. I put myself on the back burner and said, here, well, I want this.
And you have received it. Sacrifice goes a very long way. Rhona, before we close our conversation this morning, do you have any closing words for Trinidad and Tobago and the world? Because the world is watching right now.
What I want to say that we have to encourage our children to start inventing. Invention is a multi-million-dollar business. Some patents make it, some patents don't. But this year, the theme is Invention and Innovation, which was the 26th of April that just passed, Youth in Invention and Innovation. So my journey now is to partner with education, to go into the schools, and to encourage young people to invent and to speak out for mothers in different communities, in different churches, to inspire them that they can do it if I did it at 56.
At 56 years old, you see, it's never too late, and it's never too late to start learning as well. Rhona, thank you for being with us this morning. So exciting to actually meet you in person. The last time we chatted was on Zoom, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes,
and looking forward to seeing you going out there, making changes and encouraging young women. Trinidad and Tobago, that was Rhona with us right here. Stay tuned. This is the Now Morning Show.